let's go check out the damage. So we have had a huge storm here this weekend. The rain just stopped for a minute. A lot of crazy stuff happened. Let's check out the pool first. That's right. Pools aren't supposed to be brown. So the water filled behind that hillside, found a low spot here, crested through, came through this wall, and then filled in the pool with mud. Is this the craziest thing ever? Over the weekend before the rain hit, we had done that whole hillside up there. We had seeded and put down dirt, and that's been completely destroyed. Our chairs. This is just so sad. Skeleton fell over. That actually happened earlier in the day. So because we have this hillside here, and we can get kind of these flash floods, which have not happened in a long time. And this last storm was a really big deal. We haven't had one like this in forever. But knowing this and knowing that hillside is coming this way whenever there's watershed, we did a massive infrastructure shed to prevent this situation from happening. And so we have big drains behind that hillside. And there's a bypass that we can also watch over here of it running towards the creek. And this never got filled. It was just that much rain. So, one concern would be that this would get filled. Not so dangerous, but it didn't. See how much water is still coming through? It's just running crazy. So that means not only did the water have so much coming that this is still coming through, but it was able to back up enough to still crest over that hillside. I noticed too that over here, so let's see, we had this massive runoff from this side. We also had this other bypass idea. So the reason we had this so low here was in the event that we got a rain like we got last night, if it caused that to clog or just be too much volume, then it was supposed to run this way, preventing it from coming through the pool. But somehow we didn't know that there was a low spot over there, and so it never really came this way. The only way that this came was just from this hillside runoff, and that came over this way and flooded into the tennis court, which is why we have a ton of mud and dirt on the tennis court. So let's go look somewhere else, because this is going to be something we're going to be working on for a while. It's just a big problem. It's so sad. It's like the issues and the things to work on never end, of course. But it's sad when you feel like you've got a space kind of done and then it gets torn apart. There's like more water running this way. Apparently this whole area was covered in like a foot of water rushing down the hill earlier. Now let's go look at the creek. I wanted to take a look at the creek and the bridge over here. And sorry, I know that this is going to be kind of like a walking adventure. Hopefully you're into it. So just tons of stuff down, some big, some small. You see the creek over there rushing. We'll go on top of the bridge so you can get more of an idea. You can just see how the water just wants to make its way to the low spot, which is essentially right through here. The pool and the tennis court were built in the path of how that hill sheds. But knowing this, we really did do infrastructure measures to prevent this from happening to the pool in particular. We knew that we couldn't prevent flooding through the yard, but we did not want mud going into the pool. Obviously, that's just going to be a crazy situation. There's the hill. Again, this was so beautiful on Saturday afternoon. It was covered in seed and dark dirt, and it was going to sprout wildflowers, and now look at it. You can just see this is the path of the water. And look at the creek. So Jason came out here late last night, and he said that the creek had crested over this. So I didn't think we were going to have any boxwoods left because, see, okay, so like it caved in here. Probably not the safest place for me to walk on. Apparently caved, I mean, gosh, look at this. Caved in and eroded there. And over here as well. Just a lot of work to fix. All right, let's go to the front. We'll go over there because, you know, Jason was moving limbs in the front. We lost some big, beautiful ones that came crushing down in that front lawn by the gate. So we'll go out. But I thought I would show you the volume of the creek because it's, you know, you go from like no water to this rushing river. It's just all so soggy. But yeah, this is gonna be a lot of work, obviously, to clean up. I wish we could just snap our fingers and get it cleaned up in one day. It's not going to be like that. I don't know if you remembered in one of the videos, but we talked about how this does crest over our bottom driveway, so you can see that it was higher. It came over. There is a drain over here, but most likely it's clogged since rain and leaves seem to go together, and leaves don't like drains, so kind of a hard situation. You can see that the creek is actually double, so this gives you a good example that we have this center kind of island, and the creek goes around it. And I always thought it would be super beautiful to build in there, like beautiful gardens, places to sit, maybe a place to have lunch. Like, I thought it'd be really cool. We've not done that obviously yet. I don't even know if I've ever walked into that center island, but maybe we will as we tear all this apart and rebuild it. We had a bunch of limbs down here. Jason, it looks like he already moved them. We were out here before sunlight, just trying to figure out what had happened. Oh, the gate, did it get damaged? I want to replace this gate anyway, so it wasn't like, but we weren't ready to do that today, so this is going to be sad that the gate is probably super messed up from this branch. It broke from up there, came down. Flag made it, but It's a little damage. Huh. That was a beautiful limb too. All right, so that just needs to be cleaned up. Not horrible, horrible. Look at all of the acorns. The boys want to grow oak trees. I'm like, yes, go collect the acorns. So we also have this other water path up here. I have no idea how a beer can got in our yard because we don't drink alcohol. Maybe that's not a beer can. Oh wait, no, I think it is. Okay. So this is running this way, and it comes through here and runs that way. But we want to put this all underground eventually so we can plant this out. And there's another limb that fell over here. Remember how I had that little sycamore over here that the deer were always messing with? It's been in the ground for like 10 years and we were like, finally, I think that it's gonna live and survive. And then a branch takes it out. This little tree, my poor sycamore, can never catch a break. I wonder if I can even just like pull this off. Nope, too heavy. It's so sad. So it is just a wet mess out here. And this one broke. Oh, broke from up there. Because this whole area was really shady from that big branch. So, whoa. Now we will have more sunlight over in this corner. Or what we can do with that. Anyways, this is what happened. And I just wanted to give you guys a quick insight and update on all this because this is real life. And we're gonna, in the next week, definitely get to doing what we can to fix this and getting the pool cleaned, and gonna have to do a massive yard cleanup, which is good because hopefully it allows us to do some other projects that I was interested in doing. Because there's the elephant ears that I thought I was gonna pull up and do something with. Now obviously we have a lot of other issues going on. All right, well, that's the latest here, and I hope you enjoyed this insight, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.